Last I saw, he was in the mess, as always.
Welcome back, Sid.
Finish with that log so we can call it a morning.
Again! I seen schoolboys swing harder.
Otto will want to know what happened in Costness. I expect he'll be in the mess.
Look, it's Sid.
Staying long this time?
As hither yon dance autumn winds atop the rotten pier. Of Sid's return the faithful sing across the blighted mere.
Have we any...
You look like you could do with a drink. Coming right up. Oh, you're not leaving already, are you? What can I get you, Sid?
Sure, why not?
Well, someone's in a good mood. Drink up, you lot. The next round's on Sid. Oh, keep your mug handy.
What? No achievement?
Welcome back, Sid. How am I getting on? Ah, about as well as you'd expect of a barmaid pouring sour ale for penniless outlaws in the middle of the Deadlands. And it'd be worse than that if Molly here didn't make the best stew this side of Stonehere, even if it is mostly just yesterday's leavings. Don't tell her you heard that from me, though. Don't be a stranger, Sid.
Shelves are closed. Sign outside should have told you. Yeah, the sign outside should have told you.
But there's no sign.
Yeah.
I am a tinker by trade, but I've always been fascinated with the art of healing. If only there were a salve to mend a broken engine.
Still blocked.
Clive, you're back. You didn't happen to run out of potions while you were away, did you? We've a fine selection of tonics and tinctures. Oh, perhaps you'd be interested in some new accoutrement. Gear.
Well, don't just stand there gawping.
We won't hear me complaining.
Even roomier than the old one. Got my own stores, my own counters. Thanks to you. in the good old fight. Plenty of demand.
The only drawback.
Constant bully racket. If it's not Drury's and Otto barking their orders, the Blackthorn, Bardolph banging away.
Still,
it's a pain in your hole. It's the price after paid to be Sid's outlaw partner in crime. I'd say got myself a bargain. It's been 5 years since we left the old place. How time
I remember
flies.
it like it was yesterday.
We were waiting to treat Sid to a hero's welcome, then Kupka's lot turned. Not that we knew it was them. They just poured in like a plague of rats, cutting down anyone and anything that stood in their way. Blood and bodies everywhere. There was the boys crying out with Sid to save us in the midst of it all. Never forgot those cries.
You're our leader now, Clive.
Promise you won't let anything like that happen again. Promise me that. What may Sid will save us.
Go on then.
What are these? All HP.
Come again.
I don't know.
Oh, don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
What do you need? What do you want? No scratches, all right? That it? Fine.
If you told me you could fire a forge without a crystal or a bearer before I came here, I'd have taken you for a madman. But no, here it is. The secret's in the bellows, you know. They're Master Sid's own design. The other Master Sid.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Sid. Squeaks wants to meet you. I can keep him, can't I? Can't I? Look, Sid. Squeaks wants to meet you. I can keep him, can't I? Can't I?
This plank will have to be replaced.
Nearly half the crates were lost to bandits.
But half weren't, and their contents will see us through the season.
Where did I put that sack of lime? Sack of lime.
That they bloomed at all is a blessing in itself.
This ton here pulls the black from the lake water and renders it clean. You'll have to ask Mid if you want to know how it works, though.
Much was lost when the first hideaway fell. Colleagues and friends. Years of hard work. But we did not let that loss defeat us. And our work will not be in vain. No. The spirits of our fallen comrades live on in every leaf and limb you see here.
This ton here pulls the black from the lake water.
It took a long way.
Charlie says I can't go and play until I finish my sums.
Well then hurry up and finish them! We need 3 for curling geese.
Ah, Sid. We were just about to start our next lesson. You're welcome to join us, but be warned. I tolerate absolutely no tomfoolery. Ah, Sid. We were just about to start our next lesson. You're welcome to join us, but be warned. I tolerate absolutely no tomfoolery.
Good day to you, Sid.
Sid, what's the special occasion?
You're welcome to join us for a spell, if you think Jill won't mind.
The lawsman says I can borrow as many books as I can carry. This was all I could carry.
Go on, eat up. You won't grow fat pecking at hay.
What's the matter, Sid? You look as pale as the day your predecessor slung you in the cell next to mine. Not about to have another fit, are you? Of course you aren't. You're a changed man now. We both are.
Sure.
Can't catch a wink with all the clamour in the hall. The atrium's quiet this time of day.
No one works longer or harder than our Otto. You can scour the whole of Storm and Ash, and you won't find a better man.
Escape from the slave markets. How'd you manage that?
I had some help, but it was mostly luck. The others weren't so lucky.
Lady Tyre is performing a delicate operation and must not be disturbed. I'll let her know you called.
having a good time. All having a good time. Okay.
War is brewing. I can feel it.
War was declared.
All operations are suspended until further notice.
Have you finished sorting those reports yet?
Finished? I ain't started. Been busy enough with my own work.
You're pulling my leg, aren't you? Otto's gonna skin me alive.
Ah, there you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sends his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood.
Aye.
If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons. I trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here? Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the Crystalline Dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dhalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, As to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even. Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
Ah, my favorite pupil. One would think.
My role was abundantly clear by now. For you and your gilding light of knowledge, that of matters military and political, both past and present. It might illuminate your way ahead. For it is only by understanding what has come before that one might steer one towards brighter futures. Your role, meanwhile, is to endure that I remain furnished with as much information in the state of the realm as your people can muster, in order that I might continue to praise the depositions of the great nation and those who rule them. And of course, to pay attention during my lectures, it would not to point the stories, 9 tales as your tutor, only to squirt her expert advice.
I admit.
When I took the professor's bonnet and began teaching at University of Canberra, I did not think for a moment that I would one day come sit out long among my pupils, but nor did I imagine that my fellow educators would have designs on my life, and we both know how that ended. It has been a year already, as is the peril of an early inquisitive mind. I suppose one is wont to uncover which others would go to great lengths to ensure remained hidden. Were it not for you and your mutual friends having come to the rescue, my curiosity would likely have proved fatal. But instead, I was not saved, but granted a new lease of life as personal tutor of a band of outlaws.
A far more reputable fellowship
than anything in the academic world, I assure you.
My beloved homeland.
The crossroads of Baisail, where one has only to stroll the streets to hear news from every far-flung corner of the realm. To Mother Crystal yields more shards than any other that lands even now remained untouched by the blight. It is blessed country.
Or at least it was.
Until the San Bresque elected to invade, established a new holy capital upon to inside henceforth neutral shores. It pains me to see the land I loved so changed, and even more to know that I did not predict it. I knew that Emperor Silversterd had designs on the Dominion, but to abandon Alfheim, the seat of the Holy Empire since its inception, seems too atrocious to even a move even for him.
What is it that you wish to learn?
Speaking of being in the hideaway of the Maprum, Clive can view the state of the realm by learning more the current ongoings of Brazil and revisit any of the Nathal's past lessons. Or take a deeper look into the relationship of those individuals in Clive's orbit. The Grand Cast.
Here you are.
Here you can view a detailed overview of the current and past events relevant to Clive's story that update as it progresses through the main scenario. Use buttons to cycle through pivotal milestones in Clive's adventures. defeated.
Once more? Very well.
Okay, the new one.
Thus ends today's lesson.
All operations are suspended until...
I learned something new. You'll be the first to know. Off you go.
Oh, thought you'd learn something new. That's a good time. What am I doing? Oh, hey.
Tome said the hideaway is built inside an airship. Said it was called the Invincible.
Norseman Harpocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night, from some more than others, and the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day.
Recuperate.
Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
How good it is to see you, Clive. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. Now this, I believe you will find most interesting. What subject shall we consider today? Did you learn everything you needed?
Maybe later.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Otto stole us. All right. I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
Okay, that's why you have a scar.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
You got rid of the brand, but you just cut it off.
Does that one have blood on it?
Still the shape of the brand.
Have you been to the toll? I hear a new shipment.
Otto was here earlier with a letter from Gav. He left it on your desk.
Otto! Did you know Otto spelled backwards as Otto? Wall of Memories. The Oath. That's it? Created to die. To die. To die, 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 to die. Created today, Clive pledged his allegiance to Cid. This crystal shard, transfixed with twin daggers, is a powerful reminder of a promise made, a friendship forged, and a legacy inherited. Oh, for Clyde. Not Clyde. Oh. Cid, but Cid's name lives on. And maybe Clyde died that day. Stable readings, reports, letters, and other important missives adventure addressed to Clive are delivered to the reading table in his chambers. New messages are always arriving, so make it a point to check the reading desk upon returning to the hideaway. The Republican army marches on the Empire to Twinside. The men of the rock and have summoned to front something big is brewing. I reckon I'll see you've done to wares upon my return. Okay.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me,
That's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima.
I know this has been 5 years, but you're kind of recapping.
If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals. To Cid.
Meanwhile, hey, you're not dead.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
You know, maybe you guys just talk until you could come up with a better plan.
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
The Cairn Storm.
What would make Martha leave the rest?
Martha.
Something has happened to Martha. We need to speak with Otto.
Anything new? Guess not. How do I get there? Over there. Anything new? One of these times I should look at that to get rid of that.
Clive, is everything all right?
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip around the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Cannot time it. Fine. Hey.
I hope you don't mind, Sid. I changed the linens in your chambers while you were away.
Stuff. Junk. Where am I going?
Clive, Sid. Cole and his men left earlier. I can have another party ready, if you deem it necessary.
No, I'm good. Hey, how come you're...
And how may I assist you today? What is it that you wish to learn? I have the details here.
Okay, you can view a detailed visualization of character relationships file and a 16 that are updated as you progress through the main scenario. Cycles, pivotal moments, milestones, blah blah. Guides history. Puppy. Tree. Still wondering what's up with you. Justice of Ross area. Oh, yeah. I can jump. Ambrosia. Oh yeah, I forgot about you. See, these guys should have been Biggs and Wedge. Let's go to the latest. Okay, faded out, dead. Medicine girl. Okay. Guess that's gonna come into play again later. Ultima. Kinda surprised he died. Don't really know anything, Lieutenant. Companion protector.
The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Martha is a survivor. We'll find her.
If you need volunteers, just say the word.
Ooh.
Finish with that log.
Welcome back, Sid.
Who are you?
Damn blighted bilge. Is everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry will keep eating away at the timber like young Tet does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rot for a moon or so. Assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Not any bloody more. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot. Might be enough to tide me over.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
Okay, then how do I get there?
Never been to Curltail Falls myself. Never seen a curl for that matter. Not that I want to. I heard they'll tear a man from cock to crown soon as look at him. Good thing all we need is some wax from a thorny pitcher. How hard can that be,
Shouldn't be that hard. Okay, can I literally walk off? Same thing. What the? So the hideaway's literally just a water mess now. Yeah, let's go do that. Whoa! Okay. Never let me fall off before.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. The trees don't have teeth.
Ogle, kill! Enough!
Come on. Like an attack that big dude that knocks him away.
Get him! Over here!
Picture wax. Did I do one?
I can't imagine Obelisk needing any more than this. Time to head.
What? Let's kill a couple more things, I guess. Level 19.
Get him! Stay down! Over here!
Okay, let's look up this little... No. Okay. Let's see what's this. One of those.
Now, Torgo! Attack! It's over! Second! Go! Over here!
Serpent. What treasure? Oh well. What does this shop have? Oh, it's because that's where I'm supposed to go. How do I get the other menu? Come on.
Finish with that, Lance.
Welcome back, Sid.
Well, did you find me some wax?
Find is one way of putting it.
Ugh. Reeks like a chocobo's arse. I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo? So your boat has a name? I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as my old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the Blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
Chalk and block. Key. Rising Flame. Gouge, what is that? Down for now. That's the one.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
I'm sorry, Cid. We were too late. The Imperials have already left.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to a physical, shall we?
Cid? What said you'd be coming? I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials descended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Cid.
You do the same.
The culling.
This culling business. You don't think the Empire means to rid the land of bearers, do you?
Lads from the garrison all poured in, sword swinging, and took Martha away with them.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling? Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
They've killed my bearer. I demand recompense.
So, nothing?
Anything catch your eye?
I haven't seen anything new in a while. Ooh, I might need that down the line.
There you go.
Oh, God, wow, I didn't want to equip that.
Thanks very much.
Okay, what did I unequipped? Okay. Do I have to run there? I do.
Oi, look sharp!
Hey? What?
Good to see you, Cid. The soldiers who did this are long gone, I'm afraid. We're doing what we can to treat the wounded.
If those Ursons touch an hair on Martha's head, I'll kill them all myself.
This one. Stay down.
Make it look easy.
Okay. Could go around, but that's inaccessible.
Look. Up ahead. Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at
Sure.
the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Black Shields? Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
It seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
Shiny. Okay. Why did it pull me this way?
This one. Attack! Farewell!
Oh, it's cards everybody. What the hell is that? No.
It's over.
Over. I've talked to you guys in a while.
This won't be easy. This one. Over here. Photon. Get him! Ogle! Kill! This one! Over here!
Bloody hides. 10 more bloody hides. go look why this is inaccessible. Give me some line. Nope.
Over here! Get him! Stay down! Go for it! Sick him! Farewell, it's over. Waken wins!
Where's my lock-on button? I rarely use that. Okay, you don't attack without your alpha. Go kill your alpha. I hope he's dead before we attack.
This one.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
Just dead bodies. Does a chest replenish? No.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn.
Hey, stay
On
together.
these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Yes, stay together. Oops. Let's do it again. Still not great. Actually, listen, there you go. That's a good area.
You're finished.
Is that all of them?
I think so.
Oh, it's a short. Gouge cooldown. Could be tempting.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
In here. Nothing. Wait. Someone's been a good boy.
You were right, boy.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The Cullings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix Jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Release. What's this? Okay, there he is. Nice. What are you? Mine rank C. Bounty. Notorious marks. Every now and then Clive may encounter creatures larger, faster, and more furious than most. While flight is always an option, defeating the notorious marks can earn him not only renown, but also rare materials that may be used to craft new gear and upgrade existing items.
Do you think it's spotted us, Torgal? What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball. Too slow. Get him.
Can't move. Ow.
This one. Guess we're all ready.
Over here! Kill!
Forgive me.
No, not the nearest. Could kind of help if. Oh, come on. Is that the nearest? Release. Key.
Oi, look sharp!
I died, I got.
Thank you, Founder.
Just gonna say it would help await Jill. I wonder if I can bypass you and then go get you. No.
Get him! Yeah. Too slow.
Well, I didn't need to do that, but I'll take it.
Over here! This one. This one. Get him.
I got him under.
Nice try.
And I let you get hit by me.
This one. Get him. Get him. Nice try.
Come on.
Get him. This one. Get him. This one. Get him. This one.
Get away, get away. Ow.
Thanks, boy.
Oh yeah, back away. Should get me to the dagger. Come on. Eh, what kind of loot? That's it?
You didn't see that coming.
Wait. Oh. Yeah.
That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Yeah. Got everything there. Just get back.
We've been speaking with the Blood Axes about how best to protect the village. We won't let this happen again.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon. The boys from the garrison might still be nearby.
We'll return to the hideaway as soon as we've finished our ministrations.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish. No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
No deal. What is that bottom one? Renown?
Those poor souls died to give me a chance to save others. I won't let their sacrifice be in vain.
Arthur's a stout soul, all right. Anyone else would be out cold after what she's been through.
If you don't mind, Cid, I'd like to stay here with Martha. Just until she finds someone to guard the rest, that is.
Try not to move. It'll only make it worse.
Oi! You there! Don't just pass me by!
What are you?
You handy with that sword of yours? Course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? 'Cause a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travelers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos? Fighting bandits?
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now, they're back, looking to settle the score. Oh, go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
All right.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
Prioritize.
Whiteheart is the pride of Rosaria. We mustn't let those bastards lay a finger on that noble bird. Find her and her flock. Make sure they're all...
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo. White feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds, looks like they went that way.
This one. Get him.
These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
What is that?
They're in trouble.
Thought I heard something big. Maybe it's over there.
got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right, then.
What the hell is that kind of
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Over here!
Ooh, big guy.
Over here! Go to him!
Ow.
Over here! Hold on! Kill! This one. This one. All yours, Torgal. Go, Torgal.
Yeah.
Get him. This one. Go for it. Nice try. Get him. This one.
Enough.
You're safe now. White Hart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
Is Torgal gonna get the right one?
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
A few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry. We'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now.
Sure, she's gonna see greater danger.
You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Winged Wonders. The White Winged Wonders. Ambrosia's Test. Display in Clive's chamber. Chocobos unlocked. Yes. After 18 long years, Clive has finally reunited with his faithful steed. Hold R3 while in the field to summon Ambrosia and next amount to Chocobo. Still nothing here. Over there. Let's just check. Okay, go.
Hi, Ambrosia.
Raining. Whoa. Does he have a stamina bar? No stamina. Oh, it'd be so cool if we could run across water. Hey, you do get a your own. Why doesn't Torgal get one? Torgal should be riding a Chocobo. We have 3. Did he let me ride him in town? Someone I'm gonna get booted off.
No need to ride from here.
Try not to move. You'll only make it worse.
Okay, what time is it? Complete. There's someone up there not complete. There gonna be more later.
Where's Gav?
Fine, let's go see what Gav wants and then...
Gav should be back by now. Gav should be back by now.
But none of the curse breakers are returned.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's Head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
What's he holding his hand? Hey, you're available. Okay. Otto's counter is not open. It's now open. The following hideaway facilities are now available. Large reports, the patrons whisper, the hunt board. Took care of one hunt.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
What can I get you, Sid? Oh, you're not leaving already, are you?
Is it business or pleasure? Go on then.
You really gotta get some new wares.
Come again. Oh, don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Those men didn't hurt Martha, did they?
Think it's all right to touch him?
No.
I don't know. You go first.
Nothing new. I'm not gonna get any new drops.
So, will it be?
I haven't got any new armor in a while. Off limits. Okay. Wanted to look at the chuckable board. See, there's a guy down here, the quest.
Chocobo, chocobo, why can't you fly? What good are your wings if you can't reach the sky? Flap harder, says bluebird, flap harder, says crow. Flap harder or into the oven you go!
Little morbid, but... Alright, what's wrong with your
Now,
water?
Martel. Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
Yeah.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
It's not the
you come through the forge today? It smells like a still.
Would explain Blackthorn's foul mood.
And you say Sid built this place?
Well, one can't really build what's been lying around for several thousand years. But it was his idea we'd claim it for our own.
Perhaps they're old enough for the sins of Zemeckis.
Did I go up here? I think I did. Maybe not.
Go on. Eat up.
Oh wait, yeah I did.
What's the matter, Sid? You look as pale as the day your predecessor slung you in the cell next to mine.
Alright. Creepy cell guy.
There was a time I only had eyes for Otto. But then I saw the light, and his name is Cole. That way he looks at you like a frightened fawn who's lost his mother. Oh, if only I could shoot an arrow through his heart.
He went and scared of Mark.
Say removing a brand is almost as painful as getting one.
Once the Dalmegs have laid siege to the Dominion, very little will be leaving Twinside, including the many medicines distilled there.
Alright, I'm curious about bounties. There you are, Kaboo. Been looking all
What's the
over
matter,
you.
Nectar?
The matter is
The hunt board?
Kaboo.
It's where the Cursebreakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Of course not, Kaboo. I knew that already. And that's why I need your help. As I need, not to remind you, Kaboo, I am the mightiest of all muggles. I need you to slay them all, Kaboo. Couldn't even read that long.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war, the last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the Cursebreakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
It's good to have someone who understands me. I'll stay here and keep an eye on the bullets. Post on the board so anything you need, I'm your something. You see all the bullets are marked with a location clue. This is where the horrible monster, or horrible horror in question was seen. You can't expect to memorize every last name in the whole wide realm for any human. So can me. The place name doesn't tingle your pom-pom. Go try reading the witness statement. Sometimes there are other details in them that might help you track the Nazis down and finish them off. It's precisely what you see before you. The Cursebreakers note down the details of any particular dangerous monsters they hear or encounter, of course of their duties, and post billets. So any stout soul who wishes to do realm service might set out to slaughter an ungodly horror or two, which is where you come in. As for me, I have most important duty of all. Painted a big red cross over each and every one you cut down, so that everyone can sleep at night knowing their realm is a safer place. Why isn't this one? Did you know the curse breakers give away every bullet a rank of riskiness? This thing could kill you with a single swipe. To a 7-nation army couldn't scratch the thing's skin. But I'm sure you'll be fine. Well, I'm not sure, but one risk willing to take. Curse breakers don't just tack up any old rumors on the board, you know. They take great pains to verify every little detail. So you don't go letting all their hard work go to waste. Don't let them down. Did I tell you about the time I visited the Great Continent?
I don't think so.
Of course, I didn't, because I've never been. Look at those wings. They look like the sort of thing that might carry Muggle across the... They call me the ball, the stupid cool. Fine. Reports of beings terrorizing the countryside are posted to the hunt board in hopes fearless warriors such as Clive will take upon themselves to hunt down and slay them. Got him. Did they give me that reward? A traitor, by the way of sheer movement, met with a troop of curse breakers traveling in the opposite direction and warned them of a wicked-winged harpy on the road ahead. His eyes wide and flickering, though the curse breakers saw nothing untoward. On their own journey through the pass, the sound of crackling laughter from the trees ensured that they kept up a brisk pace. B. Reports are being received of a wild race of striking size, making the next stop the hill adjacent to Eastpool. All efforts are being made not to rouse the beast's ear. It is surely but a matter of time before it needs to feed. I hereby petition any brave volunteers to march the northern border, that we might cut the fiend down before it makes trenches of the nearby trenches. The nearby village.
How are you doing? Oh, same old.
Others got me reading through the reports coming in, but from our allies picking out what problems you're dealing with now, and what can be saved for later. It's still early days back in the old place, so I could just handle the job myself. State of the world now, I need Dee's help to sift through it all. And that's it for sifting. The actual solvement of any of the problems is a whole other headache. The curse breakers take urgent stuff, but we still stuck waiting for volunteers to handle the rest. If you could find yourself a loose end, well, you know where to find me. So much has happened since that night. Feels like a lifetime ago, but we never forget that those who didn't make it. Kenneth, Martel, they're still with us in our hearts. And Sid, when I found out he was gone, I thought it was us for sure. That was it for us.
He's still with us too.
With us and with you. You took his name and gave us hope when we had none. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, don't be a stranger, eh? The hideaway ain't nothing without Sid.
Anything catch your eye?
Apparently nothing.
Seen enough?
Oh, Clive! Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any? Business is busy.
On top of regular duties here, to whisper, Otto has piled countless other tasks. Just been sorting stolen reports, penning needful missives. Not that I'm complaining, mind. I enjoy reading, and I have since learned my letters from Jara back in the old hideaway. I would claim to have been his best student, though. That honor goes to Jara. Still, I think Jara would be proud of me, too. Were he with us today.
Words are immortal.
They live on in others, and the words are our own. So too will you. Do you know who told me that? It's Jara. It's our last lesson before Titan came. It stayed with me ever since his passing. Inspired me to become what I am today. I imagine we survivors all have a story like that. Someone who remains with us even though they are gone.
Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Completing side quests will earn Clive renown. Inspire nameless benefactors across the twins to donate money or items to Clive's cause. Visit Desiree at Patreon to whisper in the hideaway's miss. View the current renown levels, accepting donations. Any donations available.
You earned this.
Nice.
Here you are. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Doesn't sound like anywhere is safe.
So Martha's all right.
Here for another of my lectures. How may I help you today? Here you are.
I thought you had a lecture.
Allow me to explain. Again. The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Eat your apples.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here. Courtesy of Martel.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, make Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Can't remember the last time I had fresh fruit. Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Without a ship to carry you there, Drake's breath might as well be on the moon.
Wheelers on the moon.
That broom's as ragged as
Your uncle always seemed a kindly soul, if a little eccentric.
I hear there's trouble.
I'm just gonna look at this. I know it's a 60 box, but yep. Hello, darkness.
It's not me.
The Cursebreakers send their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel.
Golden apples.
Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Fruits of her labor. Martel apple. Oh, it's just for display. Gonna be rotten. Okay, I think that's it in town. Reading table. Wall of memories. I don't know what that is. Reading table. There's something there. Get that before I call it.
Did you come through the forge today? It smells like a still. It would explain Blackthorn's.
it any other name. Forgive my insistence on writing you these silly letters. Would that we have more time to speak to each other in person, but for every day we spend together, it feels though we must suffer another 2 days apart. I am gladdened to hear of your most unexpected reunion with Ambrosia, or shall I say Whiteheart. You told me once how your chocobo sacrificed herself to protect you that night at Phoenix Gate, and here, so many years later, we find she spent her life doing exactly the same thing, defending others. Some things never change, do they, Clive? Rose's desk. Somewhat stunted, somewhat sweet. Apples grown from the blighted earth thanks to the dedication and perseverance of one woman, Martel. So, she was to lose her life from the wounds she sustained at Kupka's attack on Hideaway. Her legacy lives on in the saplings she saved from the roots. I remember reading that. The saddle and blinders crafted specifically for Clive's childhood chocobo Ambrosia. Even after being spared from her master, the noble steed served people of Rosaria in his stead, protecting the defenseless from the mercenaries just as a good shield would. And I think I'll call it there. Next task, can't do anything. Go there. Let's look at the local map. Huh. So I haven't been.